Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of Unstoppable Africa. Thank you for joining us. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me, Stephanie. So my name is Shalom Ndiku. I'm the Director of Public Affairs at Food for Education, which is a nonprofit that feeds almost 600,000 learners every single day across Kenya. We believe no child should go hungry. And so we do that to transform their lives, to transform the communities, but also the economies through school feeding.
That's incredible. 600,000 every single day. How are you doing this?
So we do it in a number of ways. We've identified key partners, mainly three key partners, to help us with this initiative. So the first is government. We work with the Kenyan government, who invest in our program. 54% of the children that eat our meals actually eat it because of a subsidy from government.
Okay.
But two, parental buy-in. Parents also contribute and chip in to create that sustainability, but also ownership for them. And then obviously partners from across the world who provide catalytic investments and philanthropy to be able to do that. We also operate with operational excellence to make sure that that plate of food gets to a child in 190 plus days of the year when schools are open.
That's a big logistic kind of like
Yeah,
operation, isn't it?
yeah. It is.
So, is this your first time at Global
It
Conference
is. It
at
is.
Unstoppable Africa?
Yeah, it is.
What are your impressions? Have you attended both days?
Yes, so I think it's truly an exciting space in which to hear how our continent is moving. And I think for us, actually, while we started in Kenya, we're actually looking to the continent, right? We have a Pan-African vision to really power an industry of school feeding actors across the 54 countries in the hope that governments can come together. We've actually seen African governments, 86% of them invest in school feeding, right? But only 13% of beneficiaries receive them.
Why
So
is that?
I think it's a matter of the resources being sufficient, and that's something we want to do, but also the technical expertise as well, which we want to support African governments with on the same. So hearing leaders talking about the importance of education, the importance of health, the importance of food systems has truly been inspiring, and we hope to leverage on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, which countries are you targeting next for your expansion?
Yeah, so we are, still scoping. We launched this Pan African vision last year. So Kenya, obviously, the home base where we have been. We actually have started making progress with Zambia in Southern Africa. But over the last year and a half, we've had conversations with various governments, about 10 or so governments, hoping to cement that. But progress is furthest with Zambia, and I'm really excited to partner with them. They're a school feeding leader on the continent and in Southern Africa too.
Okay. So, Food for Education, is it a Kenyan company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Kenyan company, and one thing we pride in ourselves is that we are an African solution trying to solve African problems. And in doing so, our founders, our staff of about 5,000 people are all Kenyans. Half of our employees are the parents whose kids we feed. 80% of our staff are women, African women at that. So it's truly an inspiring, space to be in.
Yeah. So, the founder, I'm always fascinated by founder stories.
Yes.
Like, what was the eureka moment that led to the idea?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, what's the founder story behind it?
So obviously this is a better place to do it, but while we were in Jiru, our CEO and founder was a student, a nutrition student in Australia. But when she'd come home, she would note that the kids at the school within her community were not getting meals. And so, she started just preparing meals for them, and she went to Australia, started fundraising to do it. So we started off feeding when the organization was founded by her back then, 25 children.
I
And
know
so
where
that
we
has
are,
scaled,
actually.
yeah,
Yes.
and that has scaled to where it is now. So it's an inspiring story where she's built a team, she's built an ecosystem of school feeding in Kenya that, hopefully inspires others on the continent to be able to continue doing that.